Hi everyone, this is Miss Fry, one of the kindergarten teachers here at Lawler Elementary, and I was just going to give you guys a tour of our Google Classroom and some tips on how to use it. First, you can see I've started you just at Google, the search engine, to show you how you can get to the classroom. I'm currently using a Chromebook, so this is how you'll use it if you're having a Chromebook, and I'm also on a student profile so I can show what it will look from your child's point of view. First, you're going to want to go up and click on this grid right here. You can call it the grid, you can call it the waffle to help your kid remember it, but that's where you're going to want to click. And you can see that there are several different Google tools here, and you can find anything you want to use on Google, but just by clicking on the waffle. So the first thing we're going to look at is the classroom, of course. So you're going to want to click on that classroom. It looks like a chalkboard. And if your child is already logged in like they are on a Chromebook, it'll take them to all of their Google Classrooms that are listed. So we're going to be looking at the one that says Lawler Kindergarten 2020-2021, and that's where all of their main kindergarten work will be. So as you can see, we start out on the stream here, and the stream kind of works like a Facebook stream. We can post announcements for you guys to see, and whatever's newest will be posted at the top. So you can see there's already a couple here, and then this also just goes over some of those tips that I'm going to go over in this video, just in writing. So if you ever forget something that I talked about in this video, you can go back and watch it, or you can look at this and see if the tip is in there. And then your child's work, if they have an assignment coming up, there'll also be a little tab here that lets them know what assignments are coming up that are due. And of course, right now, there's nothing there since nothing's due yet. But as we start assigning work, it'll be there. Next thing we're going to look at is the classwork tab. So you'll click that. And you can see right now we have parent resources and week 1 posted. That's all we have posted as of right now. Just because we don't want everyone to be working ahead or to get overwhelmed with lots of work. So we're only going to be posting a week at a time. And first, let's go over this Parent Resources tab. And you can see it here. You can also see it on the side. It's sorted by topic. So if we start posting lots of things later on, it gets in the 9 weeks. You can click on that topic there to immediately take you to Parent Resources. So the first thing is a Google Classroom guide. So this will also have lots of tips that I'm going to be going over, and then maybe even some that I don't get to, or maybe you have some more questions after the video. You can click on that and look for those. So it'll take you to a PDF, and it gives you step-by-step how to access the classroom, how the main page works, the tabs, the stream, classwork, submitting assignments, and the email summaries you'll be getting. And this is very easy to use. There's pictures to kind of walk you through everything, labels. So it really is fairly easy to use, but if you have any questions about it, you can always email one of us. So we'll exit out of this by clicking the back arrow. And then up here, we have the Parent Lounge Room. And this is a really cute place where you can get lots of resources in one area as well. So let's let it load. As you can see, here's the Parent Lounge. You have Miss Melissa, Miss Renfro, and me, Miss Fry, over here. You can click on some of the boxes up here, and they will take you to things. And you can also click on these coffee cups that are labeled, and they'll take you to some resources as well. So let's just look at a few of these, like class supply list. I'll click on that coffee cup, and goes over, when we get back in person, what parents need to purchase and what's already been provided by the board. And if you want to go back to the Parent Lounge, all you have to do is click on that coffee cup again. Some contact information for us, emails. Here's a code for the Google Classroom in case you need to get into it. That's how you can get invited in. And then Class Dojo, like you've been hearing from us, that's going to be our parent communication app. You can download that app and find us on there as well to send us messages and to see some more announcements we may post. And then just some more things. Here's some how-to videos for Google Classroom, like logging in, viewing assignments, joining, and then another parent's guide. So even more resources in case you still have questions about Google Classroom after this video. and then some other things down here. Then we also have some links, like I said, in some of these pictures up here. This line will take you to Lawler's school website. There it is. And then you can X out of that tab and just go back here. This will take you to Grayson County Schools website. There's a lot of information as far as the new school year under Relaunch 2020. Here is a school calendar as of now, and if this ever gets updated, we can also update this on here. And then here's where Lexia will be. That's a resource your students will be using. Zern, that'll be a math resource they'll be using, and just some other things. And so I'm going to exit out of this now. So this is your parent resource tab, and I would especially check on the parent lounge room quite often because we may be updating it with new resources, new links. And like I said, if things happen to change with the school year, we can also change things like the calendar, the website links, things like that, and it'll always keep you up to date with information. And now let's look at week 1. So now we're going to be getting into what your students will be doing as far as work. So here's week 1, and we have the dates on there. One second, let me go back. And then it posts every assignment that we have, and we try to label them by dates. So you can see 8/24, 8/25, 8/26, and so on. And right now, there's only one assignment for every date. As we get later on in the quarter, we may start having assignments for reading and for math and some other things. So it may say like 8/24 reading, and that's one assignment. 8/24 math, that's one assignment. But you can see everything that is due for the week all in one place. So let's look at this first assignment. This doesn't have a date, but it's because it's something that we kind of want them to work on throughout the week. It says this assignment can be worked on a little each day. We're excited to get to know our students. And it's an all about me. And then let me take you back to this week again, and we'll kind of get into the specifics of how an assignment works. So let's look at 8/24. We're going to click on that one. And you can see it has the date. It has how many points it's worth. Everything should be worth just 1 point. And then it also has a due date. So you can see this is due August 30th at midnight. We're going to make all work for each week due the Sunday after the weekends at midnight. We know that, you may not get off work some days until later, and you may not be able to help your child with their work. We understand that. So we would like them to be able to get some work done every day. But if something happens where that's not possible, we understand that, and you can finish, a couple days work at the same time and get that done. And then as well, you can also work on the weekend if that is needed. You just need to have it done by Sunday by midnight. And then we'll also be scheduling these assignments to go out at about 6 p.m. on the Sunday before the week starts. So, for example, week 2 will go out on August 30th at about 6 p.m. So that way you can start working on it Monday and not have to worry about when it'll get into the classroom. And then down below here, you can see we have some directions on what we would like the student to do with the assignment. And if there's more than one direction, we try to number them out so they have each step they need to do. So, for example, number 1, listen to the read aloud, discuss a time with your family when you were afraid. Number 2, click on the Design Your Own Cubby Google slide. Click and drag 10 of the objects into your cubby to show what you like to do, and so on, so on. And then at the bottom of every assignment, we have be sure to click Turn In to get credit for the assignment. And we're going to go over that in just a second, but it is very important that you click Turn In when your child completes work, because that is the way that we're going to see it and be able to grade it. So you'll see some links down here. This is the read aloud that goes with the direction on number 1. So we're going to click on that, and it'll open up a video. All you have to do is click the play button.
Hello there, it's Ani. I'm so glad.
And you'll just listen to that read aloud and watch the whole thing. And you'll notice it is a YouTube video, but it is not taking them out to YouTube where they can get into other videos as well. Whenever you're finished with that video there, you can click this back arrow that says close. So then you're finished with part 1. And if we ever say click on a Google slide or some other work like that, you'll see there is a little tab up here that says your work. It says assigned. And you'll see something that says Google Slides, and your child's name will be at the front of whatever is assigned. So for example, this is called Design Your Own Cubby. But since I'm logged in as a student, it has that student's name before the assignment. That way every student can have their own file of this with their name and nothing gets confused. So I'm going to click on that to open it up. And from here is where your child is actually going to be completing an assignment on their computer or iPad. So you can see we want them to pick a cubby, decorate it with 10 items from here that they like, and you can also copy and paste items into your cubby that you can't find here. So let's say I wanted to add this Superman cape. I would click on it to activate it. You see there's a square that kind of pops up around it. And then I would click and drag it into the cubby that I wanted. And it's as simple as that. So they'll be doing a lot of activities like that. And whenever you're done, as long as you're on the internet, it'll save everything that they've been doing without them having to click a save button. And you can see right here it says last edit was seconds ago. That shows that it saved that edit. And it'll save all the time, like I said, as long as you're connected to some type of internet. Whenever your child is finished working on this assignment, all they have to do is X out. And it'll automatically save the changes, like I said, as long as you're on the internet. And whenever they're ready to turn it in, they can just click that purple pink turn in button. And it'll say one attachment will be submitted for whatever the assignment is. And they'll click turn in again. So you'll have to click turn in twice. Click it the first time underneath your work. And then click it a second time just to make sure that it is submitted. And just in case there was something else that we needed added, you could also click the add button and add in whatever else you're wanting to add to the assignment, like a Google Drive, a link, a file, doc slides, any of that. And then also right here, I don't know if you can see it or not with this square from the webcam, but there is a section that says private comments. And your child can type in a private comment here that will only go to us as teachers. None of the other students will see it. So that's one way your child could ask us a question if they're not sure on something with the assignment. You can always email us. You can always call us. You can always message us on Dojo, or you can type it in there to that private comments and we'll get it as well and be sure to respond as quickly as you can. Now let's go back to the classwork. And let's look at an assignment that's already been completed. So we've gone in as a student and we've already turned in an assignment. And you'll see that once it's turned in, it'll say turned in over here instead of assigned. But it'll also have a gray icon instead of the bright pink purple. That means that has already been turned in by your child. So all the work is already completed. And you'll see it's when you click on it, your work, it already says turned in. All right, and then this people tab is just where you can find all of the teachers listed here. All right, and so if you ever have any questions about how to use the Google Classroom, you can always review this video. You can always click on the Google Classroom Guide and Parent Resources. You can click on the Parent Lounge Room and click on any of those links, or it also has those how-to videos under one of the coffee cups. Or you can always feel free to email us, message us on Dojo, call us, whatever you would like to do. I hope this helped you learn a little bit more about how Google Classroom will work. I hope you enjoy the rest of the presentation and enjoy your day.